High Commissioner, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Roger Helmer. I have the privilege to be the current chairman of the Freedom Association. We've heard several marvellous speeches tonight which have recalled the history of the Freedom Association, and therefore I can be very brief indeed. I would like to take this opportunity in wrapping up the evening to thank, first of all, High Commissioner, for your hospitality, for your allowing us to use this amazing room in this wonderful building. You were kind enough earlier on to tell me a little of the history of this building during the course of the First World War, and it's a wonderful story. I would love to have the opportunity to see more of it. I would like to thank our other speakers tonight, Lord Delisle and Winston Churchill, for those wonderful recollections of the early days of the Freedom Association and, of course, of our founder. When I hear these stories, as I do at events like this, I am overawed when I think of those who went before us and their achievements. I'm reminded of Tolkien's line in The Lord of the Rings, where he had one of the characters say, "A lesser son of greater sires am I," and I feel that very much. I had the privilege to be elected as chairman of the Freedom Association on St. George's Day 2 years ago, and I'm delighted to have the opportunity of carrying on that work. Sadly, I never knew these great figures from the early days of our association. My only claim to a connection with Churchill is that I went to Churchill College many years ago, graduating in 1965. And a couple of years ago, I went back to the college and I was shown around the Churchill archive by the archivist, who showed me a couple of his prized exhibits. Well, 3 of them spring to mind. The slide rule of Frank Whittle, which I was most impressed to see. One of the handbags of the great lady herself, which they have there preserved. And the original typescript with handwritten emendations of one of the greatest of all speeches, which will fight them on the beaches. They have that document there with the great man's handwritten corrections to it, and I was happy and proud to see that. The Freedom Association, as I think all of us here know, is devoted to the cause of individual liberty. It is devoted to that cause without reference to party. We welcome all those who share our belief in freedom, no matter which party they may come from. And also, although freedom, you could argue, is a single issue, we are not a single issue pressure group. Yes, of course, today many of us see the European Union, indeed I do, as the greatest threat we face in these times. But there are many other threats to our freedom, and I won't take up your time now to list them. You know as well as I do what they are. But it is our job to take that fight ahead. You've already heard that we were predicted to survive for 6 months. We have survived for over 3 decades. We intend to continue to survive, to address those issues, to make the sort of contribution that we can to individual liberty in our country. I've thanked many of the people here. I should also thank Tony Hilder, who set up the evening and organised these events for us. Where are you, Tony? Thank you very much indeed, and thanks also to the cadets for coming this evening. Delighted to see you here. But finally, can I thank all of you, our distinguished audience. We have representatives of the House of Commons, of the House of Lords, of the Armed Services, many distinguished people from various walks of life. Without you, this evening could not have happened, this celebration of our founder could not have happened. Thank you all. Good night.